What's going on, guys? This is your boy Emil Logan, Red Dragon Vapor, here to talk about the VCT Pro. All right, so basically you're gonna get with this product, this fancy little box, all right? And it's got all your, specifications on the back, do's and don'ts, the introduction to the product, which they've had the VCT line for a while now. This is kind of a upgrade on that VCT line. This is their answer to the Heracles and the Arctic and whatnot. So basically this is what you get. And we're gonna open this up right now, if I can get her open anyways. Some of these boxes are really difficult to get into. There we go. So, slides out. Nice little box. It says SMOK there, obviously. We're going to slide that up. And this is the presentation. So, what you get is, you get replacement glass, which is convenient. This tank holds 5 milliliters of juice, if I'm not mistaken, which is, a pretty good capacity, man, for a smoke tank, wannabe cloud chaser tank. When I say wannabe cloud chaser tank, I don't mean that, it's not a cloud chaser tank, because it absolutely is a cloud chaser tank. It's just, smoke tech's a little bit late getting into the game. I mean, they have had their product out. The VCT A1 was the first. But for what it's worth, this is a true contender, in my opinion, over the Delta 2, over all of that stuff. This is a true contender, and I think that it's kind of underspoken. So anyways, what you get in the box is this. You get your replacement glass, which I already showed you. You get one VCT Pro, which, interesting enough, I'm trying to focus the camera here. Maybe not. All right. Interestingly enough, it comes with a drip tip with adjustable airflow control, which I don't know if you can see that. All right, anyways, that adjustable airflow control, it can close off completely, it can open up. As you can see, it does just completely. Hold on, because I'm trying to get it to focus here, and it just doesn't want to. It wants to focus on me, and there's nothing pretty about me. All right, so you get the tank, you get the replacement glass, which we've already looked at. And you get an extra coil. Now, mine came with a 0.5 and a 0.2. All right. The 0.2 suggests 30 to 80 watts. The 0.5 suggests, I don't know what the 0.5 suggests. It's in the tank. So basically what I've discovered about this tank, and this is right off the bat, when I filled it up with the 0.2 ohm coil, because I went straight for the heavy hitter. I went straight for the heavy hitter and found out that the 0.2 ohm coil does not perform unless you have 60 watts or higher. Now, you'll get something out of it, but I mean, to truly get the performance out of this tank, you need 60 watts on that 0.2 ohm coil. And honestly, I run mine at 75, 80 watts all the time, and I don't get burnt hits. And I run max VG, of course. So it's a 0.6 ohm coil, which also suggests 30 to 80 watts. But I have not tested the 0.6 fully. I just went straight for the 0.2. So with that being said, I will tell you this. Their 510 seems to be a bit recessed. And although we know not to use these on hybrid mods, we already know that. It's something we've discovered a long time ago. But with this one, I wouldn't even use this on a mech mod. I did have a customer that had a Copper Dragon and bought one of these. He put it on his mech mod, blew one battery and 2 coils, literally just popped them, shorted them out. So not a good combination. I think the reason is because the firing pin on a mech mod can go up in there and make contact in a weird way. So, excuse me. So this is no bueno for mech mods. I wouldn't use it on, you know, anything unregulated. But honestly, you're not going to get performance out of this unregulated anyways. I mean, you're going to want to have as much power as you can available for this. Like I said, 65 to 80 watts, and I'm running mine at 75, 80 all the time. So anyways, that's one kind of downside to it. You can't run it on a mech mod. Like the Arctic, you can kind of run at like 40 watts and still get decent power or decent vapor production. But anyways, so the other downside to this is that I've noticed this thing can get really, really tight as far as unscrewing it is concerned. And I feel like you're unscrewing for days. The O-rings sit really tight. Good because it doesn't leak. That's awesome. It's a tight fit, but it can be a pain in the ass trying to take this apart. And that's how you break the glass. I have officially... All right, so now we get to see it in all of its glory and all its pieces. So there's that, the drip tip, the bottom, and we're gonna pull the replacement glass here and put that back together. So anyways, downsides, it's got tight O-rings. The coils don't really fire under 50, 60 watts very well. There's 2 other things that I've noticed about this. At 75, 80 watts, I do notice that it's a bit juicy. I don't really get juice in my mouth as much as it's just a juicy vape. And it feels a little bit gurgly, but it's not bad. And it's absolutely dealable. And for the amount of vapor that I get, it's absolutely worth it, totally worth it. I had an Arctic, and you know, I kind of gave up my Arctic because it went back to drippers because I noticed that my throat was getting sore from vaping on the Arctic for a week or so. But you know, anyways, long story short, I guess what I'm trying to say is this tank, I've been able to vape consistently for a little while now. And one of the big benefits of this tank that I've noticed is that the flavor in this tank is absolutely phenomenal. Better than the Arctic, better than the Heracles, better than all of those. The flavor in this tank really just stands out as being its #1 benefit from over every other Clearomizer. Really big fan of that, okay? The drip tip's a little wonky. I noticed that it kind of wobbles. I don't know if you can see that. It kind of wobbles back and forth. Not a big fan of the drip tip. I like the drip tip and the style of it. I like the fact that it's got the airflow because if you do have wicking issues, you kind of can close down the airflow like this. And then you can open the airflow up here and get tighter suction on the coil so you're pulling in more juice. Obviously, it's a juice monster. It drinks juice like nobody's business, but that's to be expected. 5 milliliter capacity lasts me about an hour. Still better than dripping, but yeah, so that's pretty much the close-up look. The coils are interesting. They look like Arctic coils or anything else, really. I mean, nothing special. It's organic cotton. You can tell that it's organic cotton. It's got that organic cotton look, like it's all stuffed. And look at the juice flow holes on that thing. Other big thing that I've noticed is on the bottom, there is no cap. So where most of them have a contact plate, this one does not. It's wide open, so you're getting all that airflow. The airflow on this thing is pretty amazing. To be honest with you, I have yet to find a tank with better airflow than this. I find myself closing the airflow off, though, because it seems to be a bit too much, and my clouds get all wispy and nasty looking. But, you know, basically, that's the tank in the whole. We sell these for 39 bucks. I'm sure you can get them for cheaper somewhere. But $39 seems to be a good rate. For us, we sell them at that price because what we get them for is not quite as cheap as what other people do. We don't buy these from SMOK directly, which we do buy a lot of products from overseas shippers directly, or from China directly, but not these. Anyway, so we'll zoom back out and we'll talk a little bit more. So we just got done looking at the SMOK VCT Pro up close. You got to see me break a glass. That's pretty sweet. Where, you know, I'm just going to kind of wrap it up from here. My personal opinion on this tank is it's a pretty amazing tank. for the value, for the money, it's a really good price. I mean, you know, I've seen these for as low as like 22 bucks. A really amazing tank for the money. SMOK Tech really hit it out of the park. But for what it's worth, man, you know, I'm running mine at 73 watts right now. I'm going to crank her up to 80 watts, see how she performs, and we'll have a vape, and then we'll get out of here. Really good stuff, man. Really, really good thing. Amazing flavor in this tank. I'm running something called Juicy Dragon in here. It's like a watermelon, bubblicious gum. It is amazing. It's from the Dragon's Brew line here, Red Dragon Vapor. You know, if you're interested in finding out more about the products that we show in these videos, if you're interested in finding out about the juice that we vape, go to reddragonvapor.com. That's REDDRAGONVAPOR, all one word, .com. Or follow us on Facebook. You can talk to us. You'll probably talk to me or anybody else that runs the shop, essentially. And that's facebook.com/REDDRAGONVAPOR. Sorry, VAPOR. That's how you spell vapor. I'll put the links in the description, and I'll probably put the specs to this tank in the description. In the meantime, you know, stay good, you guys. Vape on, keep calm, backward stuff, vape life, power to the vapors. This is what it is, man. Red Dragon Vapor. I'm Noah Logan signing off, being weird, retarded, and everything else. Love you guys. Be safe.